Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. There's a moment most of us have had, even if we don't always name it. A moment when you look around and feel a strange dissonance. You see what gets celebrated. You notice what gets amplified. You observe what rises quickly and what quietly disappears. And something inside you thinks, this doesn't feel quite right. It's not anger at first. It's more like confusion. Because you've been taught explicitly or implicitly that the world rewards what matters, that effort leads to meaning, that success is proof of value. But over time, you start to notice that the things receiving the loudest applause aren't always the things that nourish us. Noise rises faster than substance. Certainty travels farther than humility. Confidence often outpaces wisdom. And if you're paying attention, this can leave you feeling slightly out of step with the world, as if you've missed a memo that everyone else received. But maybe you didn't miss it. Maybe you questioned it. The world has systems, cultural, economic, social. These reward people. They reward speed, volume, and performance. They favor clarity over complexity. They like answers that fit on signs, slogans, and screens. Love doesn't always cooperate with that. Love is slower. It asks questions instead of delivering verdicts. It sits with ambiguity when a shortcut would be easier. And because of that, love doesn't always rise quickly in environments designed for spectacle, like most everything. That doesn't mean love is failing. It means love is incompatible with shallow reward structures. When the world rewards the wrong things, it subtly trains us. It teaches us to chase approval instead of alignment, to perform confidence rather than cultivate understanding, or to polish the outside while neglecting the interior. And if you're not careful, you can find yourself living slightly bent, adjusting your tone, your values, your voice, just enough to be accepted. Not fully betraying yourself, just quietly editing yourself. That's often how it happens. Not through dramatic compromise, but through small accommodations that seem harmless in the moment. You soften your truth so it lands better. You suppress your tenderness so you're taken seriously. You learn which parts of yourself are rewarded and which are better kept private. And gradually the distance grows between who you are and who the world seems to want you to be. This can feel discouraging, especially if you are someone who values depth, care, and sincerity. You may wonder if you're naive, if you're too slow, if you should harden a little just to keep up. But here's the thing, guys. The fact that the world rewards something does not make it worthy. And the fact that something is overlooked does not make it insignificant. Some of the most essential forces in life work quietly. Roots don't make noise. Healing doesn't trend, and integrity rarely announces itself. And yet, without those things, everything collapses eventually. When the world rewards the wrong things, choosing love becomes an act of discernment. It means you stop asking what gets rewarded and start asking what actually leads to wholeness. That shift changes everything. You may still succeed, you may still be seen, but you are no longer orientating your worth around applause. You begin measuring your life differently by whether your choices align with your values, by whether your presence leaves people steadier instead of smaller, by whether you can lie down at night without having abandoned yourself during the day. This kind of success doesn't always come quickly. It doesn't always come publicly. But it comes honestly. And honesty has a way of aging well. There is also a quiet relief that comes with this orientation. You stop competing in arenas that were never designed for the kind of human you are. You stop mistaking volume for truth. You stop believing that the loudest voice is the most important one. You learn to trust the slower signals. The sense of peace that follows a difficult but loving choice, the groundedness that comes from acting in alignment, the quiet confidence of knowing you didn't have to betray yourself to belong. And yes, there may be moments when this path feels lonely. But loneliness born of integrity is very different from loneliness born of self-erasure. One preserves you, and the other slowly dissolves you. When the world rewards the wrong things, love becomes a form of resistance. Not loud resistance, but faithful resistance. A refusal to let the external reward system rewire your inner compass. A commitment to remain oriented towards what actually heals, connects, and sustains. And here's the quiet truth, guys. Every system eventually reveals its emptiness. Every shallow reward loses its shine, and every borrowed identity grows heavy over time. But love, real love, keeps returning. It keeps returning value long after the spotlight moves on. So if you've ever felt out of sync, if you've ever wondered why the things you care about don't always seem to pay off, if you've ever felt tempted to become someone sharper, louder, or less tender just to survive, let this be your reassurance. You are not broken. You're not behind. You're not missing anything essential. You're simply tuned to a deeper frequency. And that frequency still matters, even when it isn't rewarded. Well, especially then. I love you guys very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do, right? Go out and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. See you tomorrow.